Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. The season is about to start, FPL is now live, and so today we're going to be going over our first draft for the 26-27 season. Make sure to leave a like if you're excited for the return of FPL. Also leave a comment, who do you think the standout player is going to be this season in the game? And with all of that out of the way, let's get into it. So, starting things off, let's go over my goalkeeper. So, I've gone with Kinski from Spurs, 4.5 mil, and I think he's going to be an absolute bargain. We do know that he is first choice. De Zerbi has come out and stated that, so we don't have to worry about him losing his place unless he obviously has like loads of howlers or whatever. But going into the season, he is going to be the first choice goalkeeper. And I know that a lot of people do like to banter about Spurs and stuff. I mean, where they finished over the last couple of seasons, it is what it is, but they have been splashing the cash through the transfer window so far. Obviously, they brought in Tonali, they brought in Mateus Fernandes as well, they brought in Van Hecke, they've brought in Senesi, they've brought in Robertson. So they've basically changed the back line completely, and it looks a lot stronger. And not only that, De Zerbi, he made them play a lot better when he did come in. Obviously, he kept them up, which was the main thing. But not only that, they were generally playing a lot better football as well. So I'm not too worried with this new back line. I think he's going to be hopefully safe in goal. I don't think they're going to be getting absolutely battered like they have been over the last couple of seasons. And not only that, Spurs actually start the season with some pretty nice fixtures. They've got Brentford away in Gameweek 1, which isn't too bad. And then they've got Newcastle at home, then they've got Forest away, they've got Everton at home, and then they've got Villa at home as well. So no like promoted teams or anything, but a solid 5 fixtures to kind of start the season off. And maybe you can bring in another 4.5 mil goalkeeper as well and then chop and change them if their fixtures do kind of like intertwine. It's always nice having 2 really good 4.5 mil goalkeepers. The only problem with that is obviously you bench one of them and they could go and absolutely get like a monster haul, and it always hurts. It's happened to me multiple times, but it's just one of those things. But yeah, I think in net, I think Kinski is a solid choice. Obviously, other really good 4.5 mil options, other expensive options as well, like your Reyes and stuff like that. But I think for now, I think he's a solid choice, and I probably will start the season with him. I don't see why I wouldn't. Coming up next, let's go over the defenders for my Game Week 1 draft. I've gone with Mosquera, I've gone with Nico Williams, and I've also gone with Luke Shaw as well. So first off, Mosquera is obviously the most expensive defender I have. He's 5.5 mil. There's a couple of things here that I'm kind of like umming and ahhing about really. First off, the fixtures aren't as good as they could be. Coventry at home, fantastic, Game Week 1. But then after that, they've got Villa away, then they've got Chelsea at home, Sunderland away, who were obviously really good last season, got European football, and then Brighton away as well. Always a difficult place to go. So do I really see like a ton of clean sheets there for Arsenal through the first 5 game weeks? And again, he might not even play as well. The only reason he's currently in my squad is if Saliba's out. He did obviously pick up the injury in the World Cup. And not only that, he did get into the 3rd, 4th place kind of game in the World Cup. So he's going to be starting preseason late, everything like that. There's like a load of issues around Saliba and whether he's going to be starting. I would like Gabriel, but I think 8 mil, even though I think he's appropriately priced, I just can't really fathom paying an extra 2.5 mil for a defender in the same back line. So I've gone with Mosquera, but again, could easily change if, you know, Saliba changes. I mean, they're not only missing Saliba, like Declan Rice is obviously going to be coming back late. You know, he's obviously injured, played late into the World Cup as well. You've got a few Arsenal players that are going to be kind of not their Game Week 1. So I think they are going to be a bit of a depleted side. And after the Coventry game, like I say, nothing really great. So it might be a team that I kind of put off putting money into straight off the bat, just simply because I think there's a few areas that they do have issues going to be like starting the new season. So he's there now, but obviously things could change. Nico Williams, I think, is going to be an absolute gem this season. Obviously under Glasner, I think he's going to be like a Munoz kind of player. We already know how good he was last season. Like as a Forest player, as a Forest fan, should I say, he was one of our best players last season, like by far, potentially our best. He can play left or right back, and again, under Glasner, like he likes them getting forward and stuff. And for 5 mil, Leeds at home Game Week 1. I know the fixtures aren't too good. They've got Liverpool and Villa both away games, and they've got Spurs at home and then Coventry at home. But I don't know, you can obviously bench him. He's not a player that you have to play every single week, and I wouldn't mind playing him against Leeds, Spurs, and then Coventry, and probably benching him for Liverpool and Villa, and just obviously bringing in other players to kind of cover him for those fixtures. But I really like him as an option. I think he's going to be solid under Glasner, and I'm really excited to see how Forest perform this season. We obviously have sold Anderson, which is going to be a massive loss. We have just signed a new Austrian player. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but hopefully he kind of like secures it a bit, just like Anderson did. But for right now, I think Nico Williams is a solid shout. I did start with him last season and didn't go too well, but we'll see what happens. And then I've also gone Luke Shaw as well. I think he's a bit of a gem as well at 4.5 mil. I just think United's first 5 fixtures are really, really nice. Like Hull away, Ipswich at home, 2 promoted teams in your first 2 fixtures. Like you'd bite your hand off for those kind of fixtures at the start of the season. Then they've got Everton away, City at home, and then Fulham away as well. So solid fixtures there for sure, especially in the first 3, and then you can obviously bench him when it gets to like City or whatever. Game week 4 is a bit of an issue for my starting defenders here, because obviously Williams has got Villa away, Shaw's got City at home, and then Sunderland away from Mascara. But obviously I've got the bench to kind of like cover those. But those are the defenders that are going to be starting for my game week 1 side as of right now. Obviously this draft is definitely going to change quite a bit, but for now those are my defenders. Moving on, let's take a look at the midfield, which is where all the money's kind of gone into. We've gone for Bruno Fernandes, we've gone for Szoboszlai, we've gone for Njai, we've gone for Sarr, and I've also gone for Mbumo as well. So Bruno Fernandes picks himself. He was the first player on my team sheet, broke the assist record last season in the Prem, on penalties, on set pieces, playing more forward under Carrick. He's just everything that you kind of want in an FPL pick, and can also pick up some DEFCONs every now and again as well. We've just spoken about the United fixtures. I feel like he's going to be just my captain for the first probably 2 fixtures, and then obviously Haaland comes into it, but we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, for Hull away and then Ipswich at home, Bruno Fernandes, you'd like to think is going to go big. It's weird not having Salah this season, but it's just how it goes. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes picks himself. I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of him at all season. He's a 90-minute man unless he gets injured. Even when he gets injured, he'd play with a broken leg, honestly. He just never misses a game. So yeah, really, really happy. I think the price is probably appropriate. I potentially think he might have been even a little bit more, like 12.5, but for 12 mil, I'll definitely take him. Szoboszlai for 7 mil, I think is an absolute steal. Now, obviously, Iriola is at the helm now, so it'll be interesting how he gets them playing, but I think for 7 mil, he's just an absolute bargain. He's going to be on set pieces. He's going to be on penalties as well now that Salah's gone, because he was second choice last season, and the Liverpool fixtures are just unreal. They've got Newcastle away, which is pretty tough, but then they've got Forest at home, Ipswich away, Fulham at home, and then Bournemouth away as well. So for 7 mil, for a player that's pretty much 85 to 90 minutes every game, he's on set pieces, he's on penalties, he loves a wonder goal, I think Szoboszlai is an absolute bargain at 7 mil. I'm surprised he's so cheap. So yeah, really like him there. Also, I've tried to get as many penalty takers in this draft as possible, because it's always nice to get an extra penalty when your player's just not performing. But either way, Szoboszlai's in the squad. And then up next, I've gone for Njai as well. Now, I owned Njai for large portions of last season, and he did deliver quite a bit. Maybe not on the level of like Dewsbury Hall and stuff like that, but he's 6 mil this season, and he's also on penalties. And yeah, he's a solid pick, honestly. For 6 mil, I don't think you can really go wrong. Crystal Palace at home, Bournemouth away, United at home, Spurs away, Ipswich at home in the first 5. Some really nice home fixtures there. But I just can't really look past that price tag. Like 6 mil for a starting penalty taker is really, really good value. And again, you don't have to play him every game. But when you do play him, I feel like he always puts in a good shift. So yeah, I really like Njai. I'm very surprised at how cheap he is. But either way, moving on, I've also gone for Sarr as well. Palace again have lost Glasner, which I think was a massive part of how they played. The fixtures could be a little bit better. Sarr potentially on penalties as well. Like Mateta's obviously on them, but when he's not on the pitch because of Strand Larsen, I don't think Larsen's going to be on them now, because he misses so many. I can't actually remember the last time I saw Strand Larsen score a goal. I think he missed one in the World Cup. I think he missed his last one for Palace. I don't remember, but I just don't think he's going to be on penalties anymore. I think Sarr's just going to take them now. But like I say, fixtures could be a little bit better. Everton away, City at home, Fulham away, Ipswich at home, and then Leeds away. again, the first couple might be a little bit tricky, but again, just like Njai, not a player you have to play every single week. You can just play him for the good fixtures. There should be enough depth in this current squad to be able to kind of like obviously cover him. And then finishing things off for the midfield, I've gone for Mbeumo as well. Again, already spoken highly about the Man United assets so far this, or the start of the season, should I say. Hull away, Ipswich at home, Everton away, first three, really nice. We saw how good Mbeumo was last season at United. Bruno Fernandes, always finding him. I think it's going to just be a really good kind of partnership that just carries on blossoming into this season. Could go Cunha as well. He's also a really nice option, but he was getting subbed relatively early-ish in a few of the games, and I just think Mbeumo's minutes are a little bit more secure next to obviously Bruno Fernandes. So yeah, I do quite like the midfield. Obviously, there's so many good midfielder options this season. It's actually a little bit ridiculous. So many of them are like really cheaply priced. These are just the 5 that I've gone with, but again, they could easily change by the time that the game week 1 does roll around. Also, the nice thing of having a Mbeumo at 8 mil, like if I do want to drop him after like the Everton game or something, he's more expensive than a lot of the other really good midfielders as well, so I can easily downgrade. It's not an issue at all. So yeah, that's another reason why I quite like him. But those are my midfielders for my first FPL draft. Moving on, let's take a look at the forwards and the bench. So Haaland, most expensive FPL player I think of all time, 15.5 mil, but you gotta have him because he's just so good. On penalties, City fixtures are also really good. And I think the captaincy armband kind of changes really nice with Bruno. So the first 2 fixtures, you'd obviously have it on Bruno. I mean, you wouldn't have to. Like Bournemouth at home and Palace are still good fixtures for Haaland. But then after that, Coventry at home, you're going to be captaining Haaland. You got Sunderland at home, you're going to be captaining Haaland. And then United away, don't really know who's going to get the armband that week. It could easily be a Szoboszlai or someone, but yeah, 15.5 mil. I think they had to do something like that because there's just not really any other massive kind of FPL assets this season apart from him and Bruno, because all the players last season kind of dropped off a bit, like your Palmers and your Fodens and stuff like that. So they couldn't really price them higher because they didn't have a good season. So yeah, it's an interesting one, but it's not only the midfielders that are also really underpriced. It's the forwards as well. Like you've got Calvert-Lewin that's like 6 mil or something on penalties for Leeds. Yeah, doesn't have a great injury record, but was pretty good last season in regards to keeping fit and stuff. And then obviously you got João Pedro, 7.5 mil. I've gone with Thiago. I just think he had an absolute blinder of a season on penalties. The fixtures are pretty nice for Brentford as well. Spurs at home, Leeds away, Sunderland at home, Bournemouth away. Not ideal that I've obviously got a striker playing my goalkeeper game week 1, but again, things could change. I could easily go João Pedro. It's just he's not on penalties. Could be playing really good under Alonso, but again, we don't really know how they're going to shape up. So for me, I've just gone for a safety net of Thiago, who, like I say, just had an absolutely unreal season last season for scoring goals. So those are the forwards, and then the bench. I mean, the steal pick is just any 4 mil goalkeeper, really. I'm kind of and ahhing about downgrading somebody like Mbeumo, and then, you know, and bringing in like Steele, and then obviously upgrading to like a different 4.5 mil keeper. Could be doing that. And then also my other forward as well at 4.5 mil. That's just anybody as well. That's not really anybody that I'm going to be playing. And then my other 2 defenders are both 4.5 mil players. I've got Matty Cash, who has an alright fixture run at the start. Brighton away, Arsenal at home, but I probably just wouldn't be playing him in those fixtures. But then he's got Hull away, Forest home, and then Spurs away. So not too bad for Cash. And more importantly, he just has an alright fixture in game week 4, which, you know, some of my other players don't have, like Nico Williams and Luke Shaw. So that's why he's kind of been brought in. Again, could get injured by then. I think that's what happened to me last season, which was really unfortunate, but just trying to plan ahead. I'm trying to use as least amount as transfers I possibly can in the first few weeks, obviously. And they've also gone Kayode as well for Brentford. I think he's a decent little option for 4.5 mil. Again, Bournemouth away is not a terrible fixture in game week 4, but I could also play him in game week 3 with Sunderland at home if I wanted to, over, you know, Nico Williams or Luke Shaw or something. But yeah, that is my first FPL draft for game week 1. Like I said, it's very likely going to change let's see what happens. Obviously, transfers are happening. I think Lacroix's just obviously gone to Chelsea, stuff like that. A lot of chopping and changing is going to be happening, but we'll keep you updated with my drafts and stuff. Make sure to join the mini league as well. It might be on the screen somewhere. It's in the description, whatever. So make sure to join the mini league if you haven't already. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please do drop a like, leave a comment. What is your first draft looking like? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.